Okay. Your boy messed up. I messed up. First off, welcome back to another episode of Thor Grimm playthrough and learning school. Yeah. I messed up because actually, I don't know exactly what happened. For some reason, it said my microphone got disconnected. I don't know why. So it was not picking up my snowball recording, the audio at all. So we're just going to watch back through this. I'm going to try my best to explain everything again. It's not going to be as good as like when I first went through it. So, but nonetheless, we'll get back into it. So last episode we talked about everything building and settlement wise and how what you have to do to get an economy rolling, to get your defenses going, and your army, like the buildings to get your troops and everything. I know, like I said, it's not going to be as good because I don't know the timing of everything because of what happened. But nonetheless, I'll try my best to be as good as it was. So yeah, okay, looks like we're about to get into what I was just talking about. But like I said, last episode was talking about all about these buildings, how you have to get them to level 5 so you can upgrade. You can get more slots unlocked. You can also upgrade certain buildings to like level 4 for the tool makers. So you need a level 4 settlement. Just recapping everything that took place in last episode. But this episode is all about diplomacy in a sense. As you can see, I'm just going to pause it and I'll just go through it and skip through a little bit. When you first pull the tab, aside from seeing myself and someone else, the known factions, so it's people I've seen so far in the game and know who is around me. Aside from that, the first thing you see is the race, their name, their strength rank, their settlements, treaties, ally options, trade, and attitude. Ooh, excuse me. Race is obvious. If they're dwarf, high elf, dark elves, or chaos faction, anything of the sorts, that's a race. Their name. So our name would be Thurgrim Grudgebear. I'm pretty sure that's how it pop up. I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Strength rank talks about how strong you are compared to everyone else in the game. Currently, we are 83. I think the highest ranking one right now is that we know of is 8. So it's, pretty good. We're doing okay. There's a lot of people in the game, so we're doing pretty good. Settlements, it just shows how many cities they have. Nothing too crazy. Treaties, so if you're a non-aggression pact, trade, military alliance, military access, defensive alliance, or something else. I think there's one more. It'll pop up in the treaties section. Ally options, that would be like the defensive pact if they come into play. If you have that, it'll show them underneath ally options. Trade, if the box is grayed out like it is, you're not trading with them. If it's green, you're trading with them. The attitude, as you can see, it shows a green face with an arrow going up. That's great. It means you're improving. A green face with 2 green arrows is doing really good, obviously, because it's going up twice as fast. That's the attitude for going good. Right below it, you see the Legion of Asgore. Red face, red arrow. Not going good. We're slowly losing friendly relationships with them, so it's very unlikely that we can get anything accomplished with them. So think of it like Japan. No. Think of it like actually that'd be a good one. Like China and Japan, or like China and Korea. It's one of those things like they don't completely hate each other, but you know what? They're chilling. There's no point to be at war with them because they're your neighbors. You gotta see them every day. No point to do it, right? You don't want to do it. So, but like the relationships, okay. It's not the greatest thing, but it's okay. That's how we are with the Legion of Asgore right now. Unlike Karak Kadron, it'd be like it'd be like, I guess, the USA and Canada. We're doing pretty good, guys. We're homies, right? So we're doing great. So now let me skip through a little bit to pull up another window. Actually, right here. So just to give you a quick little actual visualization, under the treaties, we have one with Recklin here. And they're also the number 8. They're the highest ones we know so far for strength rank. The handshake there, we have a handshake agreement of, you don't mess with me, I won't mess with you, we're good, and our attitude towards one another is going up because of it. Because we're, we're on good terms, we're friendly. That's all it means. And then right here. So from left to right, I will try my best to get these. I wish I could get this bar right here to go away. Is there a way for me to get this to go away? No. Okay, so left to right, non-aggression pact, trade agreement, military access, defensive alliance, military alliance, and confederation. Non-aggression pact, just went over it. Great way. It's the first step in any process of being friends with someone. Trade agreement, you can have that, and someone hates your guts. We both get money. That's why we'll do it. So it's a great way to increase your income for yourself. And like for us, we have the gemstone mine. So like the dwarves need it to make armor in the forge. So I have it, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll trade it to this dwarf so he can also make really dope things in the forge himself. Great way to make money and also help others get ahead. Very handy. Military access is if I have it with Ungrim Iron Fist, I can cross his land without any chat boxes popping up and saying, hey, this is not good, don't do this. It'll be seen as a potential act of war. I can just freely cross through and walk through and just say, hey, what's up, homie? Going on through. Keep going. Defensive alliance does two things. If I have a defensive alliance with Iron Fist, if I go to war, he will join me. If he goes to war, I can join him. And then anytime, which allows us to fight wars together. So say he's fighting somebody and he's losing a battle, I can roll up on there and be like, hey, backup is here. The troops have made it. Turn the tides of battles, give them a leg to stand on, and keep on trucking and just steamroller people. And it does great for both of us, and vice versa for him. If we're losing a battle really bad on our front, he can come over and help out. Military alliance does a couple of things. Actually, one thing that's really cool. One thing I mentioned in this video earlier with Recklin, it's the Empire and who we had a non-aggression pact with. They have really good artillery. They can get missile artillery. I know it's weird considering what the game is. They can get missile artillery. So if I have a military alliance with them, I can build a thing called an outpost in one of their settlements. And if it's in a settlement that has some missile artillery, I can recruit it because it's most likely better than mine because it's missiles. It's missiles. It's a lot better than putting a rock in a bowl and slinging it across the earth. It's a missile. It goes boom. It's going to do great. I can recruit that from them because of the outpost in the military alliance. And vice versa. We have helicopters. If they have an outpost built in our main settlement that has a gyrocopter building, they can recruit gyrocopters or Iron Drakes, which are my favorite units, and I cannot wait to show them off. They're amazing. So that is everything like that. The Confederation is specific for me right now with doors because I can confederate with them and they give me control of all their buildings, their lords, their armies, everything. They become a part of me and we become one and focus on making things better together. And then the button to the right, it breaks our treaties. Then we can pay people. So if I was earlier, we had the green face with one green arrow. If I want to increase it more, I can just give somebody like $2,000 and I'm like, oh, cool. This guy's giving us money and it helps boost our attitude one another. Really nice. And then I can have them join war with. I'm going to wait till it gets over there. yeah, I'm just reiterating what I said in the video. And then the next thing is, come on here. Okay, join war, and then declare war. So join war. If I want them to join in war, I can ask like, hey, join the war in with like this place right here, and we can coordinate an attack and fight against people. But that is everything with diplomacy at this moment. It doesn't really get too crazier after that. Yeah, but now let's get into the video. I really wish this was into the actual gameplay because it's so much better. Obviously, the first take's done the best. I'm just going over the settlements again, what ones we got, and our income 63 and how I need to increase it. So what I do here is I drop some units off into our main army, Thorgrim. I do the catapults and then the great weapons, send him up, and send him rolling, and then I disband the bolt throwers here because our income went from 63 a turn to 202. That's why I did it. And then, okay, so right here, he's the wrong person to give this example to. I know I'm just throwing a lot at you right now. It's a lot to digest. I'm so sorry. I'm trying my hardest not to give you too much at once. But some lords, I'm just going to keep in a settlement because they're the bottom line here where it says route marcher, mason, everything. I'm going to have it, their mason maxed out so I can get cheaper buildings. Purebred, so I can clean out corruption a lot better. And then after that, I can just do like inspiring presence, axe lord, everything like that. So when someone does attack my settlements and I have my garrison troops, it's not just a lord with nothing. Like it's a lord who buffs the garrison and makes it a lot more winnable for us. That's what I was doing here. That's what I was explaining here. But we're moving on to better things, and like he just said, we're here to retake the realm because these dirty hooligans are on my lawn and they need to get off it. So I'm going up here and telling them I'm shooing them away. Like, shoo, get out of here. Or if you want a better representation, it's like early Americans going into Native American territories and just stealing it, kind of doing the same thing.
Fully appraise the situation before accepting any treaty.
And then, yeah, Scarsnake finally declared war on us, so it makes it a lot easier for us to go up and take all of his things. Because Stitch Up Muckraka Ali is going to the dirt. And then I forget what these are called. They have a name for these. But throughout the game you will get actions to pop up like this. Give it to the Loyalist clan. It's hold on, let me read it. A reckoner has approached requiring guidance on how to settle a dispute between two clans. Both are claiming ownership of a mine. One has remained loyal to you for centuries, and the other has opposed many of your edicts. So I can either give it to the Loyalist clan or give it to the opposing clan and help out with diplomatic relationships. If I do the mine dispute, iron mines, gold mines, and something else. There's another mine. It might be a gem mine. I have increased money. So if I really need money, like I do now, I can give it to the Loyalist clan and get more money. So stone mines, that's what it is. But I give it to the opposing clan so that I can hopefully quickly get to join a federation for the people up above us so that I can get more territory a little bit easier. Yep. And then recruit a lord, we get $1,000. Heads up, that doesn't happen this episode. Right now I am putting another trinket maker, they make tools, into Mount Squighorn so I can increase our amount of income per turn. And right now I am just focused on taking the high place So one, I can get more territory, and two, I can start taking down Skarsnik's army and get him out of the map, out of the game, and out of our heads. We're just going to send him packing. That's literally all I'm doing right now. This right here, I will talk about next episode because it's kind of hard to do with not having control of the game right now. So we're just going to skip over this a little bit and keep going. And then here I was just seeing his army compared to mine and seeing what I can do. And then Yanni, Firehand, got a level, so we threw down a skill point on him. I gave him route marchers so I can put into the bottom row. For me, it's the first thing I do. It's the most important in my opinion. And then this is just the tutorial popping up for some reason. I leave it on just in case for some reason they might teach me something I didn't know about the game anyways. Hasn't happened yet. Doesn't mean I won't. It's staying on. Fight me. You can come get these fists and fight me about it. I don't care. Because you can always learn things from the game. But now our income's 274 because that trinket maker building, I get out of underway and I go here to the high palace. And I just auto resolve this because I don't really see a need to actually fight it. Our troops are going to hurt. We lose about half of them. Like, not actually lose units, but like we get taken down to like 36 out of 75 on I think like 6 or 7 of them. The AI can kind of screw you over here. This is why most people would just fight it. I'm not taking the time to fight it because it just take too long to fight all this. So I just auto resolve it. It does just as good and keep on rolling. And with that, we gain 2 levels and a new city. And the high place actually came with a phenomenal first building, which is fields. I'm gonna call it fields because that's what I know it best as. It helps get us growth and casualty replenishment. Here I finished getting miner's instinct, and then I do wall breaker for attrition plus 5% when we are sieging a territory. So if we encircle a territory, they lose resources a lot quicker than they would have. And then up here I find out that right here, obstinacy, I think is how you pronounce it. It gives us a minus 15% vigor loss, which is how winded your troops are when you go into battle, which is really, really nice because if I travel the maximum distance I can and then get in a fight with somebody, there's a good chance my troops are going to be winded because they just walked all of that distance to get there. So with vigor loss reduction, it will have them go from winded to they might be a little out of breath, which is really nice when it comes to fighting because you don't want your troops to be sitting here trying to swing a sword around. And then Tom Phillipson, that is like the whitest name I've ever heard of. Tom Phillipson. Got a level. I gave him some more defense and hit points because he's not going to be up and close just yet. Not yet, at least. So I'll just give him some more hit points so he can take a little bit more hits. And then, yeah, as I said, we could lose about half on 7 or 8 of our troops. Yeah, not about 9 of them. And then the regiment's renown and slayers. I'll go over all of that in the next episode, on episode 3. Because episode 3 we will fight a battle no matter what. So I can show you the actual mechanics of fighting and the little nifty things you can do there, and troop management and why it's really nice to have some troops over others. Other than that, that was the turn.
A quest has been issued, mighty lord. A great adventure beckons. Be wary, though, for while the potential rewards are great, so too are the perils.
Finished our masterwork crossbows, so we have another technology done. This right here, I'm gonna pause it. Every lord has a quest like this. It may be 2 quests, it may be 3 quests, it could be more. All of them have a unique weapon or armor they can get from quests like this. So when I complete this, I'll get treasury plus 5,000. Casualty replenishment rate will increase for 2 turns. 100 oath gold, which is a unique dwarf faction thing for the forge. And then I get an item called the Axe of Grimnir. And then, okay. With the Axe of Grimnir, when it's equipped, the Lord's Army's upkeep is minus 5%. Phenomenal. My favorite thing about this, because I like this more than anything, is income from post-battle loot is plus 10%. For me, I love increasing it as much as I can, because when you fight an army, like when I fight an army anywhere, it could be in the middle of the road. If I fight them there, I get money from it. The higher that is, the higher post-battle loot number is, percentages, the more that money is. So I could get like 600, but if I have increased, like, let's say 50%, it's going to be 900 instead of 600. Love increasing as much as I can. The other bonuses are recruitment costs minus 10%. Really nice as well. You save money when you're recruiting people. Melee attack plus 6, armor piercing weapon damage plus 12, and bonus versus large units plus 4. But to do this, ignore my mouse. You have to fight the enemy forces. For this one, I think it was like 4 lords and the army, some archers, and nothing too crazy. The crazy part happens when the reinforcement shows up along with everything else. And then that's everything to do with that. And then here, I don't build anything, I don't believe. Yeah, I save my money and I go straight to the technology tree and start researching our money, our economy. So I get subsidies. Income from settlement buildings plus 5%. So anything that makes us money is increased 5%. We need it really bad. We have no monies per turn. But sorry. From here, I kind of just chillax for a couple episodes, a couple turns, because I need our troops to replenish before I can go fight more people. And then right here, I was talking about where I'm going to go in the future, like out to the right there, or down here. There's normally a dwarf faction sitting right to the left of us. They've already got taken out. So I need to be careful on the left side there to not get my main settlement overran, because it can easily happen if a 20 stack army pops up out of nowhere. That's the turn. Going to the next one.
The lifeblood of every nation.
Saving grace right here. This stuff right here is saving grace. We're getting an extra 324 turn now because this dude wants to trade. So we're going from 466 up to 980, 990 a turn, I think. So love it. It's amazing. It saves us. But while this is happening, I just want to take a little bit of time out of this episode to I hope you're having a great Saturday. I know it's Easter weekend. For some people that can be really troubling times just because of family drama. Not even just talking about like the religious side of it, just some families aren't the greatest. I have a lot of experience with that. So if you need something to distract yourself or just help you relax, come watch this video, man. Come watch any of my videos. That's what they're here for. So I hope your Easter goes well for you. If your Easter simply don't, go into it with a different perspective than usual. Might be a little bit different this time around. 'Cause I know some of my audience is like between 18 to 21 or 22. I know when I was at that age, I know that wasn't too long ago. It was only 8 years ago. 8-ish years ago. I had a very terrible time with my family, so but due to some circumstances, things have changed and it's a lot better now. I'm not saying it's perfect, but now I don't dread holidays. I actually look forward to holidays, and it's really nice. I'm gonna pause this real quick. It's really nice. So just give it some time. Talk with your family members that give you the trouble. Talk to them one-on-one. See if you can't, bury the hatchet and move forward in a more positive light and direction. Because No matter what, they'll always be there. I know, yada, yada, yada. You don't want to hear it. They'll always be there for you. Deep down, even if they don't like you, they're still your family. They're going to be there no matter what, even if they don't want to be. So, yeah, just give it some time. Might work itself out. It's not going to work itself out. You got to work with it, but hopefully everything will work out for you. But to stop the little, not rant, but the touchy-feely for this episode, I just took World's End Archway. It was a very auto-resolve, quick battle. They didn't have anything to worry about. This helped out a lot because it's level 2, which also gave us a level 2 trinket maker. So now our income's up to 1276 due to a trade and taking over a region. So our money went from being terrible to now it's up to 1276, which is amazing. Our income's coming back from death. So everything's going great so far. Thoroughgram gets a level, which is awesome. Now we get Iron World, which gives us our army replenishes 30% faster. And for some reason, if our Thoroughgram die in battle or get assassinated, his time to come back, like being able to recruit him and put him back in action, is 1 turn less now because of this skill. So very pivotal moment to get this. He doesn't die in this episode. Spoiler alert, doesn't die, but he will die at some point. And these things really add up over time. They're really nice. I'm really focusing this route of the skill tree for the lightning strike ability right here, because in Warhammer 2, I don't know if it's the same anymore, but in Warhammer 2, lightning strike used to just completely negate reinforcements showing up. So let's say I was fighting Scarsnake and Scarsnake had a second lord there with another 20 stack army. Lightning strike had it to where that second army never showed up. But now they reworked it to where it postpones how quick to get there. So now I think most of them will show up in about a minute or a minute and 30 seconds is how quick reinforcements get there. But each time you level this up, it will go from like a minute 30 to maybe 2 minutes to 2:30 to 3 minutes, and then so on and so forth. So it's really nice to be able to focus on one army specifically and get them taken care of. So when the next one shows up, you can kind of already be in position where you want your troops to be. So when they show up, it's not too hectic and they're not just kind of a thorn in your side type deal. So it's really handy to get this. That's why I'm rushing the bottom skill tree, the bottom tree of the skills. The bottom branch of the skill tree is so that I can have lightning strike. And with lightning strike getting maxed out to level 3, we're getting one closer to acquiring mine. So I'm gonna get lightning strike and then reassuring presence because it helps the attrition. Let's say if I go into vampiric corruption, I won't take as much damage like my troops won't, because we're not vampires. Vampires have a very set biome they like to live in this game, so I won't take damage from it. So I get reassuring presence as well, so that I can get this skill right here, which will help stack on top of that unique sword when I get it. It will give us research rate plus 10%. Our upkeep is minus 8%, which is awesome. Cheaper army, more money, bigger army. Hero self-defense, if someone tries to assassinate me, it's plus 25%. It also makes it 10% harder for people to execute an action on me and having it being successful. And then anytime I recruit anything, their recruit rank's plus 1. So it's pretty nice, pretty handy. Sure now. And then after that, I'm going to max out the Inspiring Presence so I can help boost our armor on some people, our damage on archers, and so on and so forth. And they all have different ones. And then after that, I'm just going to get different things like Obstinacy, the High King, stuff like that's really passive and just makes a slight difference to give you that edge over your opponents. And then I give my hero Cinder Blast. It's an ability that you will see next episode when I fight somebody. And then here I talk about the Brayherds, the Bloodied Axe tribe. They are a horde faction. I'll make this a lot simpler. They're a horde faction, so what that means is they don't have a set building like how I'm taking these capital buildings, cities, and upgrading them. They don't have that. When they take a place like this, there's just nothing. Their capitals and everything stays in them. So wherever they go, that's where their capital is. And then if they want to get more, say like, if I want more catapults, I just get more catapults. For them, they have to upgrade a certain thing. So how we have the forge, for them it's something different. It's specifically for upgrading the amount of troops they can have. So if they want more catapults, they need to upgrade that before they can get more catapults, is how they work. I'll show them in a whole different episode. I might make a whole episode on just the hordes alone to make it a little bit easier to understand. So from there, yeah, I go over it, and then I just go straight into the next turn. This dude coming in clutch, trading, we're getting another 260. So we went from having 64 income gold a turn from the beginning of this episode to, I think we're at like, I think it takes up like 1,400, 1,500. So our research and technology, our buildings and tool makers, and trade, but diplomacy, what we went over, is giving us an extra like 500 gold a turn more because of it. And then yeah, the horde tries to come and not fight us, but they're raiding our land, so they're taking 159 gold a turn. Get out of here. You're not taking my monies. I'm not standing for it. So I just obliterate them. And now they're out of the game. They're dead. They're gone. Not coming back. And with that, we can start upgrading our lightning strike. And then yeah, like I said, I'll destroy the faction, so they never coming back. And then yeah, I start getting lightning strike, which is really handy. And then here I give Rune of Grimnir to our Mr. Tom, because his missile resistance, it gets increased 90%, so his damage from archers is minus 90%. Right here, this is a continuation of buildings. This is a garrison. We get more troops to be on guard, so if someone attacks the settlement, there will be more troops. With that, this is the biggest, greatest thing ever, is settlements now have walls. So if they want to take the settlement, they have to break through castle gates, break down the wall, climb the wall, do whatever they can to capture the settlement. And it's really hard to do so. That's why I'm trying to build them. That's why you'll see me build that a lot, pretty well everywhere. And then we're just going to skip because, yeah. So, and then right here, I move my Yanni down because I see Scarsnake here with a 20 stack army. 20 stack just means he's 20 out of 20. So I move him down here just in case he decides to attack here. And I'm glad I did, because coming to find out, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit. Yeah, I'm not really. So right here, I finished my Cosset subsidies, and I get the Renowned Deadeyes, which increases Rangers, Quarrelers, and Thunderers, so my range units. Their recruit ranks +2, so they have like better leadership, better accuracy, damage from the get-go. They're just more experienced, which is really nice. And then yeah, I mean after that, we find Emmerich, Knights of Keldors. He's all about he's in high elf, but he's all about dragons. He's also another one of my favorite people because he does dragons. And we make a trade with him because elves and dwarves go hand in hand. They're nice to each other. They love each other. So We get an extra 121 a turn because of this trade. He also makes an extra 256 a turn because he's trading with us. So more money. Awesome. And then right here is where I call the episode. This is going to be the first battle. This is where I'll teach you all about battling. We're going to lose this one. It's not the one I'm going to show completely. The one I'll show is when I bring Thorgrim down to fight this one, which is going to be hard, but I'm going to do it. So next episode is going to be all about battling, troop management, and how it works. Because this is a turn-based game until you get into combat, and then it's real-time strategy. So it's RTS and turn-based, TB, turn-based, I guess TBS, turn-based strategy, I think. So it's both of them combined. So next episode, that's what it's all going to be about. I'm sorry, I kind of just dumped so much information on you. I wish the recording would have picked up my mic, but it didn't. So here we are. So I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Like I said, I hope for some of you it's gonna be really good. Some of you it's gonna be kind of bad. I hope it's not. But if you need somewhere to go to distract yourself, that's what this is here for. Go watch any of my videos. Here in the future, I'm hoping to have some background music. I'm not gonna say what it is. It's gonna be a surprise. But I'm hoping to have some background music in the future to make them more relaxing and more digestible. But on that note, if you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. The reason I make these videos is, above all else, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope your Saturday is going great. Enjoy the time with the family, no matter the situation. Enjoy it. You never know how long you're going to have it, so enjoy it while you have it. But I will catch all of you in the next one. See ya.